Alright, let's go. First, I'm going to download Flip Clip. Alright, let's go. Well, let's listen to some music. Is it downloading? So I'm not talking that much, trying to figure this out. Mom, it's 11:02. Lock screen security. Unknown sources. Alright, now download.
Let's paint a picture, you're in class. The teacher writes the notes too fast, and there's a boy. Let's paint a picture, you're in class. The teacher writes the notes too fast, and there's a boy who sits in back who's too afraid to raise his hand and ask if she can slow it down. So nervously he looks around, can't bear to stand out in the crowd, and he's only gotten half the notes now. The school bell rings and he feels deflated, looks at his hand, he should have raised it. His biggest fear, he should have faced it, and now he's lost inside the pages. He might be there but you never notice, got a lot to say but he's soft spoken. He's a book, it just isn't open, a tiny ripple in a stormy ocean. Glassman, Mr. Glassman, Glassman. Mr. Glassman, he's really soft spoken. You never know his Glassman, Mr. Glassman, he's really soft spoken. You never notice Glassman unless it's broken, Mr. Glassman. A few years later, and now his prom season, Mr. Glass isn't going unless he has a reason. There's a cutie in his class that he likes a lot.
Let's listen to this song. This is my favorite. Lake, looking for corpses, listed for prints, fired up the floorboards, pieces of plane, black box recorders, don't lie, laughing preoccupied with these six senses that sense DNA, on barbed wire fences, maybe someday.
Alright, there's something truly magnificent about being sad, and that is that everyone can be sad. Some people are sad sometimes, other people are sad all the time, and this is just a song about being sad.
Whoop-de-doo, let's get to her.
I'm gonna follow my voice so sad. The littlest things get me pissed off or mad. My life's pretty good, no I don't have it bad, so it's hard to explain all these feelings I have. I'm just a baby, that explains it. I burned up my toast, got so sad that I fainted. I played a great song on repeat, no I hate it, and nobody likes this picture I painted. My only message is for my mommy. I spent my life feeling like nobody wants me. You're kinda cute, but your friend is a honey. His shiny white teeth and his fuzzy little body. I wear a cool outfit and try to look edgy. My underwear rise up and gives me a wedgie. My pants are too tight, now my waist ever stretchy. Why do these small things always upset me?
Little things make me wanna cry sometimes, but that's okay. Everything will be alright. If you're really sad.
Everything just turns out wrong.
Oh crap.
If you're really sad, hear you sing this song. If you're really sad, everything just turns out wrong. If you're really sad, let me hear you sing along. What's a party I've never been? Well, I went to one once, but I couldn't get in. I bought a lottery ticket, but I didn't win. So I bought two more, I lost again. My phone's plugged in, but it isn't charging. I wake up in the morning looking like a Martian. I'm crying on the daily, calling me Carson. Can you please shut the door if you're trying to barge in? My shoes are so cold, I can't fit my foot in. We went up to the mall and I stepped in some pudding. I tried to return the message, but I couldn't. Here are some things that I've seen that show. My coffee's bitter, got stains on my shirt. I popped my balloon and my dog is a jerk. I stepped in some milk and I stepped in some poop. I feel like a hamster, I'm stuck in a loop.
Okay, and then that's the end, basically. How about this one? It's a wrap. I was a bastard orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot, Caribbean.
Providence impoverished and squalor. Grow up to be a hero and a scholar. The $10 founding father without a father. Got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter by 14. They placed him in charge of a trading charter.
And every day while slaves were being slaughtered and carted away across across the waves, he struggled and kept his guard up. Inside, he was longing for something to be a part of. The brother was ready to beg, steal, borrow, or barter.
Then a
Hurricane came, devastation reigned. The man saw his future dripping down the drain. Into his temple, connected it to his brain. His brain, testament to his pain. While the world got around, they said this kid is insane, man. Took a whole collection just to send him to the mainland. Patient, don't forget from whence you came. And the world's gonna know your name. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton. There's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait, just you wait. And yours 10 fathers split full of it that written 10 years later. Alexander's mother bedridden, half dead. Cinderella sick, the scent thick. Alex got better, but his mother went quick. Knew the name of their cousin, his cousin committed suicide. Left him with nothing but ruin, pride, something new inside. Saying, Alex, you gotta compose yourself. We started reading every treatise on the shelf. There would have been nothing left of that restitution, so I was working, clerking for his late mother's landlord. Kidding, rolling all the things he can't afford. For every he get his hands on. His hands on the bow of the ship and for a new land. In New York, you can be a new man. New York, you can be a new man. New York, you can be a new man. That's just cute. Or Dance Dance Revolution.
So Stank must leave.
On the road again.
This is one that I've seen. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover.
How about this one? Try not to laugh challenge. Hour. Before. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Why? Why? And he was 10, fellow split full of it, written 10 years.
Hey, I'm
I'm Jay from the Cub Scouts. Welcome back to another episode of Mother Simulator. Now, you guys really seem to enjoy yourselves watching me play some Mother Simulator because you guys know that I am an awesome mother, and thank you for that. But we are going to try to beat this game in today's episode. I don't know how many more challenges there are, but I know we're going to get through it together. So if you guys are cool with that and you're down with that, everybody sit down, buckle the fuck up!
If you pay full price for spa treatments, you're crazy. Save money and look good.
Hey, I'm Jay from the Cub Scouts. Welcome back to another episode of Free Random
This
Games.
is not
a series
crazy.
where I find some of the most random
That's
games out there on the internet, and I play them
better.
for you guys right here in this video. I can't promise you guys that they're going to be any good, but I can promise you guys that we're going to have some fun. So if you guys are cool with that and you're down with that, everybody sit down, buckle the fuck up, because here we go.
Game 1.
First game of today's episode is called Bar Lobby, and I don't know why it says
Dewey.
Psychoanalysis Survey and has puppies and Dewey and bananas and aliens and Uplay and all that shit, but I'm gonna choose puppies and gaming, spam, Pac-Man, all that stuff, and some beast-ass fucking arm. What? Okay, filling queue, please wait. Alright, I'm waiting. I got my curlers in my hair. I'm tapping my foot. There we go. Alright, we shall proceed to give everybody what we need. What do I do here? Do you know the way? Okay, so right off the bat, we're starting off with some dead-ass memes. Cool. Do I WASD this bitch? Left, right on the arrows? No. I got no instructions. As soon as I turn this bitch on, this is all that happened. Oh, okay. What is this? I think I burned that guy. Origin is better than Steam. Okay, so I guess I put him in the fire if I don't agree with him? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I'm sleepy. I've been awake for 6 hours already. Okay, you can stay. I just want another bottle of Mountain Dew. Nothing wrong with Mountain Dew. The Last Jedi killed Star Wars? No. You killed Star Wars. Oh, I didn't even put him inside? Oh, shit. Oh, God. Put him inside. Put him inside.
Oh, I burned.
Don't tell me I'm fired. If I'm fired, I'm gonna go over there and stick my foot so far up here. Oh, my God. So help me, guys.
Welcome, my child.
Okay, we're good. I'm fired! No, you are hired. You are hired, you glorious bastard. Thank you. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever had to say to me. I processed 6 people and I burned 6 people and hypocrisy 6%. And I got like a little ribbon that says heaven. Let me try this because now I kind of have a little bit better understanding of what the fuck to do. So let's get it.
Slime. Slime.
Pure created a clear filter to show what gets removed from water in only 30 minutes.
Blah, blah, blah. No one cares. Come on. 304 376 is fine. Neither do I. Neither do I. It's 11:20.
Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to be reviewing some underrated slime shops, and so many of the slimes in this video have quickly become my favourites. I'm so excited to show you them. So first up we have Girl Scout slime, and the first one I reached for was definitely this pink metallic one, just because it looks so much like Sleep Science Barbie slime, and I just love the texture of this. Slime is so thick, and because it's not scented, you can see the pigments. Next up we have her Candy Floss Cloud slime, and I am obsessed with this. As you can probably see, this is literally full to the brim, and the slime itself, one pull, and it falls this smoothly, and when you pull it properly, it just never stops flowing. It's sugar, and like you can see on the top, it looks like brown sugar, and then underneath, so perfect. And it has such a unique texture because it's a really crunchy slime. And this is how clear it got 2 days later, and considering this is A-Town and it's freezing, it's so unusual for this to happen, so I was really pleasantly surprised. And the slime itself is amazing. It has so much jelly slime around beads that it doesn't hurt your hands at all, and I love the little glitters and also the scent of this.
No. How do we know? We don't know what the scent is. Can you explain the scent?
Breakfast at Tiffany's smelled just like cake to me, and I love the colour
It's a
of
cloud.
it because it's kind of like the Tiffany's blue but slightly less green, and it's so fun to play with because it's so
No, it's a clay
thick and
base.
so creamy. Because of the cold weather, I couldn't
It's
spread
one
it,
of
but
the
it was
two.
so fun to play with.
And
It's
salt.
kind of clicky, as you can see here. It's a lot more crunch, and I really love the texture of
Is
this
that a
because as soon as
cloud
you press
slime
down on
with
it, you don't need
beads
to
in
do
it?
anything to prepare it. It's just so crunchy. And I don't think this is scented. I couldn't tell, if I'm completely honest, but I really enjoyed the texture of this. crispy things that the professional slimers have. And the only thing that leaked was the Sharpay slime, but it was very, very slight, and it was just because the container broke. She also gave me a few extras. She gave me some sweets. She gave me 2 boxes of Daiso clay. And she also gave me some Jolly Ranchers in her standard extras bag. And she also included some borax and some sprinkles. Next up, we have Silken Slime. And like you can see here, this slime is the clearest. And even after playing with it for like Candy Apple is also so pretty. I love the little glitter she put in. It's like shards of something, I'm not sure. Every time I hear shards though I think glass, but it's definitely not glass. It's not hard on your hands at all. And like you can see here, it kind of has that jelly texture that the other clear slime has. And this is super cheap. It's $4.50 for a 3 ounce, which is pretty fair. Like normally 8 ounces is like $10. So in my opinion, this is super cheap, but this didn't make any sound. But the scent kind of made up for it. It was kind of like a perfume scent of apple. So it's a peppermint slime with a slight strawberry tang, and it smells so good. I've never smelled any slime like this, and it's just so refreshing. And like you can see, it's so fun to play with because you get to see the colours marbling together, and it's so textures. And I was expecting this one to be a glossy, thick one, and it was, but it kind of felt like, I can't even describe it. It feels like it has a bit of fake snow in there. It's kind of textured, but it doesn't look it on camera. And it smells so nice. It smells like Australian. And I love the Christmas colours that are in it, and also how glossy it stays. Because even if you play it for 5 minutes, it stays so glossy, and like you can see, it inflates to like 2 times its size.
Oh my god, inflated. I wonder what mine's gonna be like under our eyes.
All of the slimes came in a bubble mailer, and it had these little bags around it, which I thought was one of the Instagram slimes that are so aesthetically pleasing and beautiful. So this is Blushing BB Slimes, and this is her Cotton Candy Snow Fizz. And as you can see, the colours are beautiful, and the only reason it's so tough is because it's the weather, I think. But just in case it isn't, I decided to keep this in. But when you were mixing the colours together, it was so pretty, and it created a really nice purple colour, and the texture of it was really cool. So
Maybe
it was kind of like that fake
it.
snow. I think it's like a plastic snow, so it has like a bit of a crunch. But then when you pull it, it kind of falls like cloud slime, and I just found it so interesting. As you can see here, it falls so smoothly, but then when you're touching it, it feels like a crunchy slime.
My poetry teacher.
I'll take school facts for 800. Poetry? I'm sorry, Jeff, but the correct answer is all of them. They're all useless. In my first video, I didn't have enough time to say this, but I hate it when people are cool with their teachers. I understand that some teachers are more laid back than others, and sometimes they'll ask the class, so how was everyone's weekend? Then if you want to talk about something or have important news, then you can share it. My dog died. There would be kids in my class that would say, "Hey Susan, how was your daughter's dance recital? Did you remember all of her moves? I saw the video you posted on Facebook. It looked like she was having a fun time." Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Maybe I wouldn't have been a good teacher. Before I tell you about my poetry teacher, I need to tell you about the preparatory school I went to. So don't all schools prepare students for college? Isn't that a school's job? And you might think that a preparatory school is more fancy and made out of marble and all the kids come from rich families. No. What it means is that the schools get little government funding and parents have to pay for desks, and the school I went to didn't even have desks. They had fold-up tables and the chairs were fold-up too. How did they... Oh. Well, now I know where all the budget went. The main difference between a public school and a prep school is that a prep school is smaller and there's a uniform and there's lockers. So why did my twin sister and I attend a preparatory school? Because twins have superpowers and we need to go to a special school to enhance our abilities. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That'd be cool, though. We went because when we were starting our freshman year, our older brother was a senior, and he was already attending this preparatory school, and my mom didn't want to have to drive to 2 high schools to pick us up. Yeah, sure, we can go to a prep school. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Well, the carpool we had made it so we would arrive at the school super early before everyone else, and we'd be picked up from the school super late. And also, because it was a prep school, they gave out a stupid... Look at me being responsible. I have a little sister who just finished her freshman year in a public high school, and she thinks it was so hard. Oh, you thought your 9th grade was hard? Try doing twice the amount of homework and wear the same pants every day. So he told me that he went to a prep school because one of his friends said that there were cute girls at the school, so he decided to stay there for 4 years. Okay, now let's talk about my poetry teacher. I'll call him Mr. Poe, because that's short for poetry. Poetry wasn't even too hard. I don't know how he was like outside of school, but just picking up the vibes I got from him as a 14-year-old, I think it was depressed. I mean, to be fair, anyone who likes poetry probably has something wrong in their head. But Mr. Poe just seemed sad all the time. Every single day he would start the class by saying, "It's the best day ever." Which, if you think about it, saying that every day only means that the days are going to get better and better, which is sort of poetic. But I think Mr. Poe was lying to himself. Also, Mr. Poe really liked anacondas. I mean, snakes. He really liked snakes. Sometimes he would go off on tangents talking about snakes. Royal pythons, also called American ball python, got their name because they turn into a ball when they get nervous. Also, did you know that snakes have two... Never mind. Sometimes in class we'd be analyzing poetry, and Mr. Poe told us that every single word in a poem was important. The poet didn't have to use the word "the," but they did. What did they mean? Sometimes we would spend days analyzing a single poem, taking notes and talking about what we thought the poet meant. One time a poem we were reading had someone talking, so there were quotation marks at the start of the sentence, but there weren't quotation marks at the end. The poet forgot to put end quotes. I remember noticing it and thinking, aha! Why am I perfectly nitpicking this piece when the poet purposely put poor punctuation in his poems? Pterodactyl! This is going to sound off topic, but do you guys know what lateral thinking puzzles are? Lateral thinking puzzles are sort of like riddles, but more stupid. You're given a strange situation with little information, and you have to ask the person who told you the puzzle yes or no questions to get the answer. My favorite lateral thinking puzzle is this because it's so stupid. A man goes into a restaurant, orders albatross, eats one bite, and then jumps off a bridge. Why? Now, normally, if we were playing legitly, you would ask me yes or no questions like, was the man in a relationship? And I would answer them saying, well, not anymore. The explanation is this. I'm not going to read it out because it's super long and complicated, but you can read it if you want. Well, Mr. Poe also liked to tell these lateral thinking puzzles, but his solutions were more dumber. One of the puzzles he told the class was, you're trapped in a restaurant, how do you get out? Now, I can think of like 5 solutions right off the top of my head. Okay, through the door, through a window, use a crowbar if it's locked. There's probably a sharp knife to cut through a wall, or you can dig a hole under everything with a spoon. But it was actually none of those answers. So, how do you get out of a restaurant you're trapped in? You get an education. Okay, let me explain. You're trapped in a restaurant because you're a waiter. That's your job. And to get out of the restaurant, you need to get a good education so you can get a better job. Kind of like how I was able to quit my job in the food industry. It takes a real man to blank. Given that the answer to the first riddle was education, the answer to this could be anything. I really wanted to know the answer to this riddle, so I Googled it hoping that Mr. Poe the internet, and I found this song. Anyone can dig a hole close enough to a ditch, but it takes a real man to call it home. Which sounds poetic enough. Let's see if the song gives us any more clues. Mr. Poe, I didn't know that I think makes the most sense. Anyone can dig a ditch, but it takes a real man to hide the body. Poetry was dumb, but at least I learned something. How to write. Oh, I know this one. What is a male prostitute? My dream job was actually... never a career goal. Well, I mean, it's not completely off the table. You never settle for this job. I mean, I like math, so I wouldn't have hated being a math teacher, and I'm also probably would give me enough free time to doodle cartoons. So being a math teacher would have been perfect. But oh boy, that did not turn out how I expected. If for some reason my channel died and I stopped... Odd Ones Out? The Odd Ones Out? I haven't heard that name in years. Similar? Yeah, I was lazy. Teachers play such an important role for children, and if I'm being honest, I don't think they get paid enough to take... It was a prep school. I'm not weird. And one time while we were singing a song, the teacher said, "Stop. Who's flat?" Then she pointed at a boy and told him, "You, sing." And he sang for the next song, "Don't sing." Either she had really good hearing, or I was just that terrible at singing. Now, I really hated choir, so if given the choice to sing or not sing, I would choose not every time. But what if I actually one of them? But she never told anyone not to draw. One time I showed my art teacher my newest comic, which at the time was this one, and without telling her that I was the one who made it, I asked, "What do you think of this art style?" And she said, "Oh, I hate it." In creative ways. That's why I think so many people hate math. You just haven't had a teacher that made you want to learn. You'd pay attention and study for the test if I was your math teacher, wouldn't you? Don't get me wrong, teaching isn't an easy job. And even the best teacher can't make
will come off, and if I hit my fingers, the blood
New Knife Game song.
There is an old parade, and spread apart your fingers, and this is what you say. Oh, I have all my fingers. The knife goes chop. I play this game cause that's what it's all about. No, you can't use a pencil, cannot use a pen. The only way is with a knife when danger is. The knife goes chop, chop, chop. If I miss the spaces in between, my fingers will come off. And if I hit my fingers, blood will soon come out. But all the same, I play this game cause make their scare. Halloween is in the air. Death and torture, blood and pain will let devils run and hide. But if they catch you, you will die. Poison apples, razor blades, black cats with their flesh decay. And devils run and hide. But if they catch you, you will die. And if you sleep on Halloween, chop into its pumpkin head. Don't stop chopping till it's dead. Tear into its pumpkin skull. I play this game 'cause that's what it's all
Alright,
about.
yay, more music. Let's go. It's been almost an hour. With your knife. Trying to figure out how to change the title. Now just stab that pump.
He's not even fucking holding a knife. Super salty and bitter. I got caught doing clickbait. Doing a 1000-degree knife game song. Ching, 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 ching. It was just me eating broccoli wearing a Make America Great Again hat. And YouTube considers that spam. Well, fuck me. One that subscribes to my second channel knows that most of everything
Among
there
Us.
is just absolute garbage. Don't follow my second channel unless you want to see my garbage. Unless you want to see 4 minutes and 15 seconds of me eating broccoli. But looking at this video that got taken down because it's spam, because it's glowing knife game challenge goes wrong by Exility. Exility, who is this fella? He's got 564,000 subscribers, and he says in this 15-minute and 55-second video, he says he's gonna do the glowing. Everyone has been making videos about this motherfucker being a clickbait dickhead, but I guess it just finally came around to my turn to call him out on his shit and defend the honor of the knife game song. Anyways, back to drunk.
1,000 degrees somehow, so
We gotta get to
let's
1,000
do it.
degrees. How are we gonna do this? Let's use a little
Holy
camp
shit,
torch
guys, look
lighter
at
and
that. And
was that-
boom! Look at that. Cook it like a. Alright,
Alright,
What's the
let's
trend
check
going
out
on right now?
what
Tell me about it,
everybody is
Exility.
watching on you. Here's the knife game, which is when people
The
like
knife
went
game.
through and would just
The
like
knife
stab their hand
At least
almost.
just
I'm
go
gonna show you
through and
guys
stab
exactly
your
what that
hands. Plus, the knife game. Is he gonna do it? Doubtful. But let's see what this girl has to do. I love this girl. It might be. And if anyone knows her, direct her to me. I want to make a video with her.
Jesus.
Jesus
Right.
Christ.
Oh my god, bro, I would have been so scared doing that.
Bro, I would have
Alright, I want to show you guys another one. I mean, they are just so intense to watch. We're gonna watch
so
this next one
intense.
here.
Wow, isn't that fucking crazy? Look at this guy.
Yo, let's see what this kid does.
Gotta see what this kid does.
There is no tradition apart your fingers and this is what you say.
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? This guy has no personality. He's just sitting at his computer chair. Look at this guy's reactions. He's just sitting back, smirking. I'm so scared. I can't even watch this. I'm gonna have to do this with a 1,000-degree knife. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Stupid son of a bitch. What a stupid son of a bitch.
Ah, that has gotta hurt a lot. Oh
That's
my
gonna hurt
god.
so much.
Okay, alright, let's check out one last one.
Get copyright on this motherfucker. But you know what? I'm not.
Are you saying it was
Because React channels are bullshit. But reacting to React channels are
Dude, this kid's in
fucking voice in so many of these videos.
scares me.
Oh my god, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Red hot knife.
Damn, props to you, bro.
Listen, I'm drunk as fuck. I'm just reacting to a guy reacting to people watching my videos. Hey, look, it's me. That's my voice. Props to you, bro.
Alright, this is the first girl we've seen doing this
This
challenge.
is my first live stream, so.
This is the first
Oh, no.
time I'm Exility. I'm reacting to a video. Damn, okay. Watching it with zero emotion. He's just sitting there going, oh, that's crazy. Wow, that's weird. Huh, holy shit, that person's really good. Props to you, bro. Oh, there's a girl doing it.
Jesus, this is going by so fast. Holy shit, you
My eyes are
can't
too
see his
slow.
hand anymore.
I can't even do it anymore.
Dude, like, why was this a trend, though? I remember in middle school, people were...
You can do the trend yourself. Listen, this motherfucker is at 564,000K subs. Maybe he knows something that I don't. Maybe I'm the idiot here. I'm just reacting to a reaction video. I'm a dummy. I'm the idiot.
Something about that sound, you know what I mean? Like, when you hear him go into that...
No, I'm just gonna get rid of the face
I
cam.
don't know what's going on.
Like, I'm not...
Dude, jeez.
Oh my god, yo, he does cello! Oh my god, alright,
Are you
so let's see
fucking
how this
kidding me,
goes.
bro? Is
If it's
that
not cello,
Is
it's
that
some other kind
flubber?
of like... I mean, it's kind of cool, but like, it's kind of whatever.
It's kind of cool. Kind of cool, but not really cool. It's kind of whatever. Kind of like your whole fucking channel. What are you doing, dude? I kind of just watch a bunch of YouTube videos and then I react to them. I get laid a lot.
Holy crap, yo,
Holy
look what he
crap.
does next. What is that? What fruit is it?
It's a football, you dumb fucking idiot. Not a fruit. Because you don't have as many subscribers. I'm reacting to other people's videos the same way this guy is. I'm no better or any worse.
Alright guys, we're now gonna heat up the knife. Please do not try this at home, it's very dangerous.
This is the big moment. This is the moment I got my video kicked
The house.
Yeah, don't burn down the house. Grandma's gonna be pissed.
We're now gonna get the knife going.
Get that knife going.
I'm now gonna play
I'm now gonna play.
a game, which I'm really
I'm so
horrified.
horrified. Look how hot this knife is.
All
A bit of raid. This knife is probably about 30 to 50 degrees.
Alright guys, the knife is completely heated
It's
up. The
completely
whole
orange.
thing is
Look
all
at it. It's
orangey. It's not as like dramatic as I've seen in some videos, but it's a little bit tinted.
It's gonna do it.
Anyway, let's start playing it. I'm
Don't
going to
do it.
play the video.
Wait, why is his hand all out of the picture? Yes.
Liquor it up and sharpening your blade.
He's not even
Take
stabbing.
a shot of finger.
Look at his
Make a
hand.
chop, chop,
The
chop.
fucking sounds of
My
I got
hand
some
with the
ketchup
knife.
on my hand.
I literally just
Uh-oh.
fucking stabbed him.
He stabbed himself right in the middle of the hand. Loser.
fingers and this is what you say. Oh, I have all my fingers. Then go chop chop chop.
He's playing this game. He's holding nothing. He's pretending to do this under his camera like this. Oh, I have all my fingers.
This is fake blood.
It's all fake blood. You guys fell for it. Joke's on you.
Haha.
I hope you enjoyed that fucking 15. How can... Alright, you all said you wanted to see the hot knife challenge. I'm not looking forward to it. So I got my knife on the burner right now, so it's getting